Elijah? Elijah, I'm the only one here?
Elijah,
I can't.
you're not muted, but I can't hear you.
How come?
Just so you know.
I don't know.
Marty, you can hear me?
I can.
All
Yes.
right. You're not the only. I see Yolando and Jim have also joined up. So not just you.
All right. Can you send me a unmute button?
Send you a what? Send you a
Unmute.
mute? Unmute you?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Oh, you can. Okay.
Yeah. I couldn't hear Elijah.
Oh, I couldn't either.
Yeah, looks like he's
Okay.
probably
Good.
having some mic issues.
It looks like.
Marty, I wouldn't have been able to answer you if I couldn't hear you.
Well, I was trying to mouth it.
Okay.
I was gonna do sign, but I don't know that much sign.
Hey, Yolando.
Hi there. Hi, Marty. Hi, Elijah.
Hi, Yolanda. How are you?
Hi,
Good.
hi everyone.
Y'all staying
There
dry
you
out there?
go, Elijah. I can hear you.
Okay, great.
You're
Thank
good
you.
now.
Yeah, I was having some feedback issues. Thanks. Hi everyone.
Hi there.
I had this note taker that was like in the background, and I think it was like taking up all of my Wi-Fi, so
Oh,
You're taking too many notes. Bad sign.
are you pretty
um,
settled in now, Elijah, would you say, or?
um, I think I'm still in the settling phase. I think
Settling
I'm
state?
getting used to some stuff, but yeah, definitely still settling. But it's good. Happy to be here.
Nice. I saw that. I saw another event that is being promoted, I think for the another like public event that is connected to the what is it called? The um CDBG funding.
Hmm.
So,
Yes, I just hosted that and now I'm here.
oh, okay. Oh, that's so that just happened today.
Correct, yeah.
Nice.
And to share with everyone, so we do have an open comment period for our annual action plan, which is to administer the CDBG and home funds through HUD, the federal government. And that plan is available on our website and open through the end of this month for public comment.
Nice.
Thanks for bringing that up, Yolanda.
Thanks. Yeah, I saw that advertised the other day and I was happy to see it.
Hello, everybody.
Hey
Good
there.
evening.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, Jim. How are you, Jim?
I'm well. How are you? How are you, Marty?
I am too. Thank you for asking. Great summer so far.
Yeah.
I'm
Huh.
loving it.
Little heat, little rain.
A little there you go. Everything.
Probably due for a little heat.
Yeah, it's going to 90 again, they said.
Oh,
I don't mind.
Evan, you're muted.
They adjusted. So that's I was thinking. He was like, no, he's good. He's like, no.
So it is 6 o'clock. I am kind of just opening up the meeting for everyone. There are a few agenda items at the end that I will be engaging in. And so I will be passing it off to Evan as the meeting starts. But thank you all for being here. And again, for anyone that does not know that is attending, I am Elijah Romulus, the Interim Director of Planning and Community Development for the City of Brockton. And I think we have,
Looks like Tony was on that she just dropped.
right. Okay. So we'll give it a few minutes to let some of the board members come back in. Um, I believe there is a quorum in the event that we need to move forward, but it's probably best to wait.
Hey Elijah, so Tony's trying to get in. She's having camera issues. She didn't get the personalized link. I'm not sure. It might be that her old email is still in the Zoom.
Okay.
And, so if you can create a new one and send it to Barbosa. She was in here, but it wasn't working for some reason.
Got it. Okay. Let's see. All right. Okay.
Looks like she's on now. Oh, lost her again.
No, she's gone again.
All right. Okay. So just sent it over. All right. Yeah. Should have gone through, should be processing over on her end.
Um, can you hear me on Zoom? I opened.
Hey, Tony.
Okay. So I
Yes. Yes, we can hear you.
the link that Evan sent, but it's not allowing my camera to access. So, if you're all good with it, I'm good with it. And Matt is not here this month, so there's the four of us. I'm waiting for your link because I prefer to be on camera.
I did just send an updated invitation, Madam Chair.
To tony.barbosa@savitahealth.com.
Yes.
Have not received that yet. And oh, it's 5 past, so I think I'll call the meeting together. If it shows up, I will jump over to the other one. Okay. Are we live? Is it being recorded?
Yes, we are live and recording.
All right, great. Tony Barbosa calling together planning board meeting for Tuesday, July 7th, 6 p.m. We'll do a quick roll call. I'm Tony Barboza, the Madam Chair. Marty Crowell,
Yes, here.
Yolanda Spinola,
Yes, here.
James Sweeney,
Here.
and Matthew is not here tonight. Refresh my memory, Elijah or Evan, which applicants need 4 out of 5 votes? What plans?
So the last one, 703 North Main Street, the return to ZBA will need all 4 yeses if it's to be approved.
So when we get to them, or if they're here, they can make a decision now whether they want to request a continuance or if they want to wait. Are they here?
I think so. So James, I think I see you in the attendees there. So basically you will need, there's only 4 board members tonight. So you will need all 4 of them to say yes in order for you to go back to the zoning board. If you want to, you can choose to wait to be heard until next month when there will be 5 members. And then you have 1 that can potentially vote no, and it'll still be okay. You can just email me if you want to. Oh, here, hold on. I'll just let you talk real quick. James, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
All right. Did you understand what I said?
Yes, I understand. We need
Okay.
all 4 members of the planning board. We need all
Yes.
4 members of the planning board to be able to vote for us to go back to ZBA in order to do it because one of them is missing, correct?
Close enough. So do you want to go on and be heard tonight? If you get 1 no from any of the 4, your petition will be denied.
Okay.
Or you can choose to wait until next month when all 5 will be here. And then if you get 1 no and 4 yeses, it'll be okay.
Let me confer with my client for 1 minute, please.
Sure. Madam Chair, if you want, I can discuss with him off camera if you want.
Yes, we're going to move forward tonight.
Oh, there we go. Okay, awesome. All righty, I'm going to move you back into attendees, and then I will move you guys back over when you're up. All right?
Awesome. Thank you.
No problem. Oh. Oh, it looks like the chair may be relogging. So, Yolanda, while we wait for the chair to come back in, if you want to. Oh, she might be coming back.
Well, I tried to use the link that Yolanda sent, but it's still not allowing my camera. But you know what? I'm sorry, guys. This is an issue with my PC. I had the same issue with work. The past couple of days I meant to call IT. So I missed what did the applicant want to do for, was it Main Street?
They're gonna move forward and stay on tonight.
Okay. All right. So we did roll call. We will not take a vote on the minutes for last month. They'll be available in August. We'll take a vote then for June's meeting. We have up first, is it Emily here who's for the phone-based code?
Yes, and she is
Amendment?
on her way over.
Just be a brief discussion around the small change.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Hi, Emily.
Hi, sorry, there was a little bit of a delay as I came on. I apologize. I am in a car, but I am a passenger and stationary. So I missed the introduction, but just for the record, Emily Keys Ennis of Ennis Land Strategies Group, and I'm here for the design guidelines. You all approved them last month rather, which was wonderful. Paula was here, Paula Ramos Martinez was here presenting them while I was at the ordinance committee. We actually hadn't expected you to approve them, and we had some changes post committee. So I have submitted a new version to Evan and Elijah. I believe you have that. And we're just asking you to replace the version that you approved with the revised version. That's all.
Emily, can you just briefly explain what the changes were?
Yeah, there were just some changes to the text. The overall structure remained the same. All of the images may remain the same, and the guidelines that were tied to them. We just needed to do a little bit of rewording, fairly minor. As I said, we just hadn't expected that draft to be changed. I think there may have been some non-material changes just as a review after the ordinance committee. But there was nothing significant, just overall rewording.
Madam Chair, if I could ask a question?
Yes, Marty, go ahead.
Emily, nice to see you. Good evening.
Good evening.
So tell me, did the ordinance committee suggest these changes?
They did not. As I said, we had done an initial review of the design guidelines. We submitted them. We were actually expecting you to give us comments. So after the meeting, when I came back to relook at them, I just noticed a few things that I wanted to tighten up and change. So that hadn't gotten changed. As I said, they were fairly non-material, but they did just need to be changed. So it was just tightening up the wording. There were a couple of things as we looked at it that we wanted to make a little bit more specific to Brockton in terms of the design guidelines. But it was nothing directly that the ordinance committee had suggested changing.
So did they send it back to the city council?
It doesn't have to go through the city council. The design guidelines are solely for the planning board to adopt. It's the overall form-based code that is still in process with the city council. But it's the design guidelines are subject only to the planning board's adoption.
Yeah, I knew that, Emily, but just if you could explain to me why it would be an ordinance committee and then not go back?
Sorry,
They have no recommendation, you mean?
the ordinance committee has not seen this. At the time that you were meeting with Paula over the design guidelines, I was separately meeting on the same day with the ordinance committee. I think this is where it got a little bit confused, in that we hadn't initially expected you to adopt it that evening. So subsequent to that one night where Paula was meeting with you and I was meeting with the ordinance committee, I re-reviewed the design guidelines and I just wanted to make some amendments and just ask again, just tightening up the language a little bit to be more specific to Brockton.
And I'm sure that you're 1,000% right, but that means we're voting on something we haven't really seen.
Well, so you had already voted on it. You had voted to adopt the design guidelines. I submitted the revisions to Evan last week. And so I'm sorry, I thought you had seen the revisions. That's why I'm here tonight. So if you haven't seen them, that's my apologies. I thought I'd gotten them in time for you to see them.
Well, did I miss that, Evan? Elijah?
No,
They're in. No, go ahead, Jim.
No, we haven't seen it. I don't have a copy either.
Well, we got a copy of the whole file, but it's 40 some odd pages. Can you review the revisions, Emily? I thought that was the purpose.
Yes, actually, let me just
brief overview of the revisions, please.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Just one second. I'm just going to turn off my sound to allow the driver to get out of the car, and I'll be right with you as I'm going to pull up the document on the screen. Evan, do I have sharing rights?
You should. I don't.
All right, I am sharing it. Oh no, I'm sending the request to share, Evan.
Thank you, Emily. And just to clear up the confusion, I mean, we did receive an email. We received it this afternoon, but with the holiday, long weekend, holiday, and the department being short, it wasn't enough time for the department to receive this last week.
Understood, and no worries.
Elijah, are you there? I can't accept the share.
Yes, yes, I'm here. Right, it should have go through now.
It should be there right now. Okay, so I am sharing my screen. Hopefully you can all see it now.
Yes, we can see it. I can see it, folks.
Great, excellent.
Oh, there you
Okay. So you'll see covers the same. Acknowledgements. I think there might have been just a change in one of the guideline names on this page, which is the table of contents. As I said, they were just fairly minor. Overall format has stayed exactly the same. We just the table of contents change, which was the guideline 2. We just tightened up the name for that for architectural consistency, and that changed on this page as well. I think there were just some minor text edits under purpose to tighten it up a little bit. Applicability, I believe, I don't have the old one in front of me, and actually, I just finished my vacation today. That's why I'm in a car. But I believe we tightened up the applicability to better tie to the proposed form-based code zoning. So there's just a little bit of changing there and a little bit of clarification as to how a project should work with these guidelines in that last paragraph. No change to the map. Again, guideline.
Excuse me, Emily.
Yeah.
Is there a deadline that this amendment needs to be approved by for?
Absolutely not. Nope. It was just to make sure that it happened, but it doesn't have to happen tonight.
Okay. Can I suggest and ask, well, I guess for a vote that we bring this back, continue this to next month, and the board's presented with highlight this plan here and the highlighted changes so that we're clear?
Mhm.
What,
I'd make that motion, Madam Chair.
okay, is there a second?
Second.
All right. Yolando,
Yes.
Marty,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Tony, yes. All right. Thank you, Emily. With your vacation with you too, I completely understand. No worries, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And I'll work with Evan to get you the information you need. Thank you.
Perfect. Have a good evening.
You too.
All right. Next up, we have Elliott Street, plot 35-2. The applicant is Scott Faria, or is he the engineer? He's not the applicant too, is he? Scott, are you here?
I am here, Madam Chair.
Are you bringing anyone else over with you? Are you bringing Attorney Burke with you?
Yeah, Attorney Burke is also online if needed.
I'm gonna send him over.
All right, Scott, you gonna pull up your plan for us?
Sure. Thank you, Madam Chair. Scott Farrier from Holmgren Engineering. I'm going to share my screen. This is so easy now. I don't want to jinx myself. What we have before you, Madam Chair, is really just a simple A&R plan. What we have is a existing piece of property at kind of the backside of Elliott Street. It has a small frontage out on Elliott Street, and then it's a large, about 5-acre parcel of land, industrial zoned, behind all of the residential properties on Elliott Street. The owners of the property, Fenton Associates, are looking to divide the property and just chop off the very tail, I guess we would call, of this 5-acre parcel and add it to their existing building at 135 Elliott Street. So this parcel B that we're calling 25,000 square foot piece would go to 135 Elliott, leaving the majority of this industrial zone property, about 4.5 acres, by itself. So that is the intent of our application, Madam Chair and board members.
All right. Question from board members?
If I could, Madam Chair.
Sure, Marty.
Hi, Scott.
Good evening, Marty.
Nice to see you as always, Scott.
Good to see you. Thank you.
Marty, you've been on mute.
Maybe that's all she had to say.
Scott. Well, I see it went through tech review and all the concerns were addressed. I don't have any questions. Other board members until Marty gets off mute? Okay. Marty, you hit mute and your camera went off too.
Can't figure it out, done speaking.
There you are. There you are, Marty. You're back. What were you gonna
I
ask?
am, can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. What were you gonna ask?
Scott, just a quick question. Is that large lot, it's an unbuildable lot, correct?
It's a vacant piece of property. It's zoned industrial. So, industrial has a lot smaller requirements than residential property. So it would, under the current zoning, it would meet the industrial requirements.
Okay, thank you, Scott. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
All right. There were no other questions. Open to public.
This is just a determination for the board to make whether this needs to be submitted to the planning board as a subdivision. So you don't need to.
Okay. So is there a motion? A motion to approve with standard conditions.
I make that motion to approve with standard conditions.
Second.
All right. Yolando,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Tony, yes, and Marty. Looks like Marty fell off.
Yes.
Yes, all right. Thank you. Okay, Scott, thank you.
Thank you, folks. We'll see you again soon.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, we have 462 Rockland Street, site plan review ADU.
Madam Chair, I think you skipped one. It should be on 3 Guild Road,
Oh,
which is
yes. 20
John-
Guild Road, sorry about that. 20 Guild Road, applicant John Texera and
um,
Representative Magnolia Companies, Boston.
moving John over.
What's that, Phil?
Is the applicant a representative here?
Yep, sorry, just being let in as a panelist. Sorry about that. Hey, how's everybody doing? John Texera with Magnolia Companies. I'm here to looking for a plan review or approval for an ADU at 20 Guild Road. Evan, am I allowed to share my screen?
You should be able to go ahead.
Okay. I will share some of it.
All right. Yep. There you go.
Okay, so pretty much I have a single family, an existing single with a non-conforming ADU that was existing. We have plans here to turn the second floor into a conforming ADU. As of right now, we have, as of what's existing, it's pretty much a 3 bedroom with a kitchenette and not an actual kitchen. We're proposing to add a kitchen there, and add a second means of egress. We are under the 50% rule, and we are also under the 50% rule of the square footage and under 900 square feet. Right now, we're at about 590 square feet, of being a two bedroom, 1 living room, ADU unit with a rear egress. The site right now, it's a fairly, 75 by 108. As it stands right now, the driveway, it opens back up, so there's ample parking spaces, and we're right down the street from the Bat Center. So this is what we're proposing. And yeah, any questions?
I do not. Other board members?
I do, Madam Chair.
Sure, James.
Can you just outline your parking for this property? It seems like you have a single shot driveway. Is that utilized? And if it's not, is it going to be? It also looks like uh, parking has been on the grass.
No, this actually used to be a garage here.
Okay.
So it actually opens back up. It opens back up here so you can park 2 cars here and be able to not block it.
Using the grass, or is it a paved
No,
driveway?
no, it's using the paved parking lot. So the parking goes all the way back here. It's actually widens here. It's actually drawn a little bit out of scale, but it widens here. So there's 2 parking spots. The garage is no longer there. It's really just it's a concrete platform now that we're using it as a patio.
Okay. And how many on-site parking spots will there be?
At this point, there would be roughly 3
Okay. And how many bedrooms total?
total bedrooms, 5.
Okay. So would you anticipate using street parking also?
There is some street parking in the front. I like to see it being grass, but it was paved. It's just Guild Road. It's a little weird on this side. I spoke to Tom about it. Thomas, just in the front, there is parking in the front. It's not I would like to prefer it to be a grass area, but that's how they're utilizing it now.
Okay. No, that's all I've got. It looks like it's a little tight with us. That's all I've got.
All right, thank you, James. Anyone else? Okay, open to public.
Any members of the public would like to comment on this project, please use the raise your hand icon and we will allow you to speak. I don't see any hands going up, Madam Chair.
All right, thank you. Is there a motion?
I make a motion to approve with standard conditions.
Second,
Okay, roll call. Yolando,
Yes.
Marty,
yes.
James,
Yes.
Tony, yes. All right, thank you, Mr. Texera. Have a good
All
evening.
right, thank you. Hi, I just wanted to say, Tony, I'm not sure if you was with BRJP.
BRJP?
Yeah, with Boston, City of Boston.
No,
Oh,
that
was
was
that City of Boston?
That wasn't, I wasn't with the city of Boston, no.
Oh, okay. I just knew a Tony Barboza with the City of Boston, but they did a lot of, maybe it was Boston Housing Authority, but okay.
Oh, all right. I think I heard that name before though.
Yeah, I used to work for Cruz back in John Cruz, big
Mhm.
developer in Boston, but sorry.
That's okay. No worries. Have a good evening. Nice to meet
Alrighty.
you.
You as
Bye-bye.
well. Bye-bye.
Okay, so now we are on 462 Rockland Street, Flavio Ferreira, M&S Home Improvement.
Whoever is going to represent Rockland, please use the raise your hand icon so we can move you over to panelists. All right, I see you. All right, moving you over. And when you join, just let us know if it's just you or if there's anyone else that needs to be
It's
moved over
just
as
me.
well, please. Just you? All
It's
right.
just me. You want me to share my screen now?
Yes, please.
And introduce yourself, please.
My name is Lorraine Stringer. I'm the homeowner for 462 Rockland Street.
We're neighbors.
Let me see.
So, are you going to pull up a plan?
Yes, I am. I hope, at least that's what I'm hoping to do. Can you see my screen?
You can see your name, so partially it's your screen for now. Take your time. Evan can probably help walk you through it or help you if you need his assistance.
You
Train
can't,
Scott Faria.
let's see.
So there should be a button on the bottom middle that says share with the arrow, Lorraine. You should be able to just click that and then choose which window you want to share.
Hold on a second. I'm getting something that's current
Or
screen.
if it's easier, I can just share it for you.
Evan can help you out.
There
Okay.
you go.
All righty.
And you just tell me where to go.
You can scroll down.
Oh, fast.
Next page should be the next page. Yeah, you might have to go up. I'm sorry, go back.
Okay. Floor plan or the
Right there. Oh, back.
floor plan?
Right
Okay.
there. Now you're
There we
gonna
go,
have
there
to
we go.
make that a little bit bigger.
Oh, sure. All right. So do you want the existing or the proposed?
The proposed, which is
All
down
right.
below that.
Right
So
down
right
there.
now, what we're proposing to do is to convert my two-car garage into a bedroom, a living room, and a bathroom. And then right next to that is a wall with a bedroom that we're gonna convert into a kitchen.
I know this house, it's been through a lot of renovations. It looks really nice. And I remember the kitchen being in the back, right? So are you moving it?
It's gonna be a kitchenette for the ADU. Gonna leave the other kitchen over on the other side.
Okay. Okay, see.
So it'll still remain a four-bedroom that it'll have like a kitchen and a kitchenette, and then two living rooms and a fourth bathroom.
Okay. That's a large piece of property. Questions from board members? Okay, if there are none, open to public.
If any members of the public would like to comment on this project, please use the raise your hand icon and you will be allowed to speak. Do not see any hands going up, Madam Chair.
All right, is there a motion?
Motion to approve?
Second,
Okay, roll call. James,
Yes.
Marty,
yes.
Rolando,
Yes.
Tony, yes. All right. Thank you, Lorraine. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Okay, going in line. Next up, we have site plan review for 177 Carroll Avenue. Christian Ferreira is the applicant with C&J Home Renovations.
See him. Let's move them over. They are on their way.
Hello.
Hello. We can hear you.
Hi, this is Christian from C&J Home Renovation. I am representing 177 Carroll Ave. Yeah, we are proposing to build an ADU to the raised ranch basement. Yeah, we are in like a 2 bedrooms and a full kitchen. Do you share the screen? Let me pull down.
Oh, are you trying to share your screen, Christian?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I shared mine, but I will stop and allow you to take control.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so go ahead and try again.
Good, let me see.
And if you're having issues, I can always do it again. Oh, it looks like it's coming up.
The other one, I don't need that.
Oh, I see myself.
This one.
There you go.
Yeah, this one. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, right now this it's a finished basement right now, but we will demo the garage. We will convert the garage to a bedroom and add a kitchen also. Let me see this one here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is the proposed plan. So where bedroom 1 right now is the garage. And also that's the bedroom 2, that's part of the garage also. We will open a wall in there and make it like a 2 bedrooms. So where the kitchen is, that's the boiler room right now. We will relocate those the mechanical room. In the half bathroom, there's a existing half bathroom right now. We'll just add the shower. Laundry, there's a laundry in there. Yeah, let me see. So also, yeah, we have a revised plan to add the parking and this other one, if you can see with the parking spaces, that's, yeah. Yeah, last meeting we have, they required to have at least 2 parking spaces.
So are we looking at 2 rows of parking?
I'm sorry, say again?
Are we looking at 2 rows of parking there, or so it can fit 4 cars? How many cars can that fit?
Actually, it's only 2, but it's a little long driveway, so that can be fit like 2 cars, one behind the other one. But I still we will put like we can fit like 4 cars, but we just looking to do 2 spaces.
For a total of how many bedrooms?
2 bedrooms.
Bedrooms for the total property?
Oh, for the total property, there's 3 right now on the first floor. Yeah, so total will be 5 bedrooms with the new ADU.
Okay, and I see there's grassed area on the right. Would you be able to expand your driveway to
Yes,
the right
yes.
to make it like a 2 row instead of 1 long? Because once the
Yeah,
car then
yes.
you're kind of stuck.
Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, to remove some grass area and make a parking space.
For when you're done with that revision, how many parking spaces will there be total?
It's gonna be 2, 2.
2 rows.
Yeah.
2 rows that can fit how many cars?
That can fit like a 4 cars, but one behind the other one. But yeah, it's gonna be like a for 4 cars. That can fit 4 cars, but yeah, it has to be one behind the other one if we put 4 cars.
Yeah. That would be better than what I see now. I see all the other issues or concerns were addressed during tech review, and it was just really more the traffic flow for the parking. Questions from other board members?
Yeah, Madam Chair.
Yes.
Oh, go ahead, Jim.
No, go ahead, Marty.
I'm just wondering about the curb cut. There's only one curb cut, so that means everybody's got to go out that one curb cut, even if you have 2 rows.
Well, Kristen, I don't see why, if you're going to expand into the grass, why that there's not really a curb there. It's flush with the street. So if you're repaving, it's going to be flush with the road. I'm not sure where this curb cut issue came from. What am I missing, Evan? What I'm looking
No.
at, it's
Yeah,
flush.
Madam Chair, you're right. There's not really a curve there. It just
No.
in the plans that Kristen was showing that showed the parking, it just showed the driveway narrows back down when it gets to the street. So whether it's a curb or not, there would have been grass. It wouldn't have been paved all the way to the street. That's all. Just wanted
So-
to you guys to just check that out.
I mean, I would kind of imagine, well, Kristen, tell us, are you planning to pave all the way down to the street or narrow it down, or?
Yeah, we will do if we can just not do it all the way to the street, so we will do all the necessary things. If we need to go all the way to the street, yeah, so we will do it. If not, we just gonna like expand like that way we can fit the cars. But
Right. You're making that second row anyway, then you wouldn't just pave the top part of it and leave grass at the end. It should be paved all the way to the road. So those, for a 5 bed,
yes,
4 cars, you still are gonna have to wake somebody up in the morning if you're parked in front. Or play musical cars the night before, but I would suggest you pave to the street. Can you make that part of your plan? Do you have a problem with that?
yes, no, yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Any other questions?
If I may, Madam Chair.
Yes.
So yeah, I don't think that it's an issue in terms of the paving. I would think just at the kind of permitting phase, he can check with DPW on any kind of right of way approvals they would need. But from a planning perspective, I think that we're fine.
Thank you. James, did you have a question?
Yeah, my issue with all these ADUs is parking. I don't think there's a right-of-way issue with expanding the driveway. However, I would like to see, for a 5-bedroom house, you can't have 2 spots. It's got to be at least a double wide from the street to the house, so you can at least get 4 cars. And you have, whatever amount of bedrooms you have minus 1, that would be sufficient. Because what will happen is it'll all go to the street. So, and that's, and then your neighbor does the same thing, and then their neighbor does the same thing. And before you know it, you're not going to be able to navigate your own street. So, from the house to the street, double wide would be my suggestion for a motion.
Yeah.
And Evan, I do believe we can manipulate on ADUs for parking, correct?
So it's the required amount is 1.
One additional, would it be?
1 additional to what the house itself would require.
And that's why we saw that design?
So basically, per
Yeah,
the
that's true,
zoning
yeah.
ordinances, this would require 2 spaces of parking to conform to the zoning.
So I agree with you, James, and I believe Kristen agreed to make that as part of his plan. So if this does pass, we can make it a condition.
Yeah.
He did agree to that, a few minutes
Yeah, I would
ago.
just want to make it clear that that's going to be the stipulation. It doesn't make sense to narrow it the way it's designed, but
Yeah.
that's all I've got.
Honestly, Christian, it's not just for the neighborhood and the city. It's going to benefit you, this house, this home, and the residents of this home. Any other questions?
Yes.
Okay. None. Public comment?
If anyone would like to comment on this project, please use the raise your hand icon and we will allow you to speak. Madam Chair, I do not see any hands going up.
All right. Is there a motion?
So I'll motion to approve with the condition that the driveway be double wide from the street to the house.
So, yeah.
Second.
Okay. And just check with if any permits are needed, just as Elijah asked, just to be on the safe side. All right, roll call. James.
Yes.
Marty.
Yes.
Yolando.
Yes.
Tony, yes. All right, thank you, Kristen. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, bye.
Next up, 145 Belair Street, definitive subdivision. Applicant is Andy Sargent with ET Engineering.
Waiver.
Should be Zoo. And Valencia, I'm going to move you over as well, just in case. And Zoo, we can see you.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening, Azul.
Madam Chair, how are you?
I'm good. Do you remember what your wife taught you?
Yep, to be quiet and brief. How do I forget?
Always a pleasure, sir.
I'm a good student.
All right. Pull up
Are
your
you
plan.
in for Valencia?
I'm here.
Okay. Hi, Valencia, how are you?
I'm well, Azu. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, good evening.
Hi.
So, Azul, are you pulling up your plan?
Yes. Let's see here. Am I able to share?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's see. Share. See. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Azure Tuniri here, PEPLS. Here with me is Valencia, the applicant. Madam Chair and Commission and board members, what we basically have here is a two-lot subdivision with frontage waiver. Basically, the property is located, this is the existing condition right here. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, so basically, this property, about the area hatched in green, is the outlay of the existing property. Here's the house. This used to be two parcels. This line right here, basically, is the original parcel division of the two. So one here and one right here. And the existing house, as you can see, is contained in the southerly lot. So what we basically, the purpose of this subdivision is to reestablish the two parcels as separate lots. And with a frontage waiver, I've shown in here what the house will be like if approved by the board. Obviously, we will have to go to the zoning board of appeals for frontage and lot size. But what you have here in the proposed on the northerly parcel that we are calling. Hold on, please. I think my wife fell. Hold on. Oh.
Sure.
Okay, then.
We'll give him a couple minutes and,
Tony, did he say his wife fell?
yes, so we'll give him a couple minutes and maybe we'll, pause. Oh, he's back.
All
Is
right,
she okay?
sorry.
Is she okay? Don't apologize. Tell us how she is.
Okay, she's fine.
All right, good. All right.
Uh,
God, phew.
Okay.
All right, so the northerly, what we are trying to establish here is so that this will be a separate lot by itself as it previously existed. The proposed house will have the proper setbacks. It meets all the relevant setbacks so that the setbacks will not be an issue. It will have driveway. We are also proposing, even though under the subdivision control law and the Mass DEP guidelines, it will not have any need for stormwater, but being a good stewards that we are, we're proposing a roof drain recharge system right here. And then it has enough driveway for 2 cars. And then the water will be right here, will be the water service. So it will have its own utility. Gas is available. And Madam Chair, with that, I think that is the extent of the project.
All right, thank you. So we, it's obvious frontage needs waivers, but it falls in line with the rest of the street.
Yes.
I will say, having a sister-in-law who lived on that road, it's hard to back in and out of the driveway. What are you proposing for parking and pulling out and in and out from the new dwelling, the new home?
Right here is the driveway that we're proposing. It will have its own driveway right here, Madam Chair, right here.
Are you able to pull in and like back in, like pull in and be able to turn the car around so you can pull face out, or do you have to
Yes.
straight in and
Yes.
back out?
Yes. I have, if you look at the lot is 104 feet deep, and I am halfway through the lot with the driveway.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
your typical car length is 20 feet, 22 feet. And this is double the car length.
Okay, so you'll be able to get your car in there, turned around, so when you pull out to Belair, everyone's safe.
That'll be correct.
Okay. Other than the frontage, which is not really an issue, it's in line with the neighborhood, I don't have any other questions. Shortly after, we'll talk about surety. Board members, other questions? Okay, if there are none, open for public comment.
If anyone would like to comment on this project, please use the raise your hand icon and you will be allowed to speak. No hands, Madam Chair.
All right, and is there a motion?
Make a motion to approve with standard conditions.
Second.
All right, roll call. Yolando,
Yes.
Marty,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Tony, yes. Okay, next, the waiver. Azu,
Yes, Madam Chair, well, we asked that there were the requirements for, because it's an existing public way, so there is no need for a construction of a new road. Basically, it's a standard, but we are proposing that 2 monuments be installed consistent with the what the board had required when we did our 973 Crescent Street. Basically, the board required that 2 concrete bounds be set the three front corners, so that the street frontage can be established in the future.
Okay. All right, is there a motion?
Madam Chair, could I just ask if he explained that again?
Okay, so when we did a 973 similar to this on Crescent Street, well, I think I stopped sharing. Maybe I'll share it again. Can you still see the plan?
No.
Okay, I'll share it. Can you? Let me see. Share.
But I have the street view pulled up so I see, I see the street and the property line.
Yeah, let me share again. Okay. Windows. Can you see it now?
No, it's just your file. Click open your file.
Okay, here we go.
You've highlighted
It
the.
may have opened in a separate screen.
Oh, okay. Stop sharing again. Let me see. All right. Well, I don't know why it's not sharing now, but we'll try it one more again. Windows. Okay. Okay, can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, what the board had required in waiving the construction requirements, it requires, similar to this sub layout here, that a concrete boundary is installed right here, right over here, and right over here to define the frontage of the property on the street, so that in the future, if there's any need to lay out the street, there will be a reference monument that shows the line of the street in that area.
Right, so you're just gonna add like a concrete or stones, the boundary of the property similar to the neighbor.
Correct. So we have 1, 2, and 3 here.
Right. Which is a good thing. Usually somebody, across the street, Marty, they have a fence there.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Is there a motion?
I'm sorry, on the motion here. So you're waiving that? Is that we're part of
No,
the
no,
waiver?
no, waive the construction requirements for a subdivision roadway, except that the monument shall be installed at the front lot corners. along the
Okay, so
street.
everything except those monuments,
Correct.
landmarks. Okay,
Correct.
okay. Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay. Roll call, James,
Yes.
Marty,
Yes.
Yolando,
Yes.
Tony, yes. All right, thank you, Azu. Hope
Thank you,
your
madam.
wife is doing okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you as well.
Thank you all.
You're welcome. Bye, Valencia. All right, now we're on to definitive subdivision 65 Gallen Street. We have Scott Barria.
All right. Good evening again, Madam Chair, board members. Scott Farrier from Holmgren Engineering. I'm going to share my screen.
Were you listening earlier? Did you hear my little plug for you?
I did, thank you. I take no offense at all.
I know, you shouldn't. This is a great thing. Look how great Evan has made you. Well, pandemic started and Evan polished you off.
It's only been, what, 6 years, 5 years, whatever it's been. You're right. I don't know if I'd call it polished, Madam Chair, but anyways.
Pulling them right up. Evan can take a restroom break if he needs to.
Yeah, maybe. Similar to what Azu just had before you folks, I've got a definitive subdivision for 65 Galen Street. Galen Street is right off of Center Street down near the hospital. It's pretty much a dead end street. 65 Galen is an existing house that sits on a kind of a funky little hockey stick lot. And then there's a vacant property next door to it that contains about 35,000 square feet, owned by Jim Slade. Mr. Slade is trying to redivide the property into the existing house lot, and then these two vacant lots next door. The lots would need ZBA approval. As you folks know, our process in Brockton is to come before the planning board for a definitive subdivision approval and endorsement. Then we can go to the Board of Appeals ultimately for approval of the two new vacant lots. So that's what we're here for. We'd be creating two lots with about 81 feet of frontage each in 17,000 square feet. So they're really good sized lots, a little bit bigger than what we typically have in Brockton. And again, the existing house pretty much sits on the existing lot that it does currently. So that lot doesn't really change. So it would be the creation of these two lots right here, Madam Chair, to go in front of the ZBA.
Okay, I'm still reviewing a couple of things. While any other board members have questions?
So, Madam Chair, it's the frontage that's the problem?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct. We don't have the required 175 feet of frontage.
But none of the houses do.
Right.
Yeah, one's only got 58 though.
Yeah, that's the existing lot. The only reason we included it was just because it includes this long skinny strip in the back here. So we figured if we're going to be redividing the parcels, we might as well try to square it up. So existing, it has 58 feet of frontage, so we're keeping it the way it is.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, hi Scott. So what does that leave you with side yard setback?
So we actually end up, I'm going to just zoom up if I may, Mr. Sweeney. We actually end up increasing the setback. This dash line is the current setback for the existing house. And we're actually increasing it to 22. So right now it's got about 15 feet to the kind of the jogged line, but by squaring it up, we actually increase it to 22 feet.
Now, what about the other side?
The other side, it's existing 3 feet, and that's what it's staying at. So the side yard and the front yard are remaining at 3 and 24.
Okay.
As an existing condition, as well as the rear yard.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Before we get any further into this, Evan, do you want to hit up Azu, see if he's still around, because we didn't talk about surety. Sorry, Scott.
No problem.
Marty, you might have remembered Richard Trum.
Yes.
So I purchased his house on Bates Road, and we had 0 frontage and none to the left, right, or in the front. So I mean, it's just this is how the city was built back in the day, and the neighborhoods just continue to fall in line with the new development.
Agreed.
If I may add, Madam Chair, just speaking to the, similar nature of the neighborhood, the house across the street actually has 1 foot less frontage, at, I think 57.5 feet. And the house there, the lot as proposed would not be increasing the nonconformity.
Correct. Thank you.
Thank you, Elijah. All right. Any other questions from the board? Okay, open to public.
Members of the public. Oh, I see a hand raised already. Kelly, you should be allowed to unmute and speak now.
Hi, I'm sorry if I'm asking questions that are too soon. I'm not real familiar with this process, but I definitely have some concerns about
Kelly,
what is being.
Introduce yourself and your address, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Kelly Van Dyke. I'm 53 Galen Street.
Or are you kind of across the street or a couple houses?
You can see on the plans, actually,
Right here.
I'm right here. I think I'm the next house over from it. You can see me
Okay.
right on the plans. My concern is what type of house is going in here? Is it single? Is it multifamily? What is the anticipated plans for these lots?
Now, if I may, Madam Chair, we don't have anything proposed at this point, but it would be going to the zoning board, as I said, but it would be a single family home there. It's single family zoned. There's no intention to go in and ask the ZBA for a multifamily. So it would be two new single family homes.
Thank you. I do have some other questions, if that's okay.
Sure.
Now, right now, has anybody looked at this street and what the impact would be? We are already having extreme parking issues on the street. I myself don't have that issue. I fit my cars in my driveway, but would these homes be built so that there's ample parking, that we don't end up with many more cars on the street? I mean, come winter time, we wouldn't even be able to, in a bad winter, we've had issues where we haven't even been able to get emergency vehicles down our street because of the plowing and people consistently parking. And that's my biggest concern, is the effect of adding these homes and making sure there's ample parking.
Yeah, I agree, Kelly and Madam Chair. And as Mr. Sweeney knows, when we go before the Board of Appeals, that's really, typically a topic of conversation. How many bedrooms do you have and how many parking spaces, just like you folks talked about with the ADU previously. So there'll be single family homes, but it'll be a double wide driveway setback, excuse me, probably 40 feet from the road. So realistically, it would be enough to fit 6 cars on each of the driveways. We'll certainly show that in more detail when we go to the Board of Appeals, but that's certainly the intention. The lots are 200 feet deep, so they won't be pushed close to the street. There'll be plenty of room for ample parking on each of the lots, on their own lots, and not in the street.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And just one more question. My other big concern is any of this going to affect us being a dead end street?
I don't see how it would. It is. I mean, it's going to be 2 new homes, so additional vehicle trips. But I don't see how it would be any significant change from what you have now, ma'am.
That would be fantastic. And have you guys considered the effect of bringing construction vehicles down a one-way street to build these homes?
No, to be honest with you, no. I mean, it would be standard construction practices, but we really don't anticipate any issues with that.
Okay, yeah. So would there be restricted hours for these construction vehicles? Because again, we have a lot of children that play on this street, and that is definitely a concern for me, having these construction vehicles like cement trucks and such,
Yeah.
and dump trucks. There's, as I said, that the parking on this street is just horrendous. And I'm so happy to hear that you're building these houses with the room for parking, but unfortunately, most houses on the street cannot fit all of the cars that
Agreed.
own it. So construction vehicles would definitely impact us, and especially when you've got children playing on this street.
Yeah, I mean, regular business hours, construction hours are typically 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. So, I'm sure that's what we would be working under. I don't know that necessarily helps with kids playing and things like that. But those are the only hours we're really allowed to be working on a job site.
Okay. So again, I'm just concerned with the construction vehicles going down the street and blocking access. I mean, again, I'm not really familiar with how these things work, and that's why I'm here, just to find out how you will deal with the construction vehicles and the width of the street.
Yeah, I mean, I think the easy answer and the good part about the location is it's at the end of the road, so all of our construction vehicles, concrete trucks, anything, they're going to be in front of the 2 lots under construction, and really shouldn't impact anybody else. There certainly won't be any backing up of construction vehicles further up Galen Street towards Center Street. So I think everything is going to be localized to in front of the two lots.
And you anticipate that these vehicles will have enough room to turn around so that they don't have to back up the street, which I've seen many vehicles need to do.
Yeah, nope, they'll certainly have construction entrances, construction driveways on the individual lots. So everything will be able to get off the road and get onto the lots during construction.
Okay, I appreciate your time in answering my questions, and I left you a voicemail that you can disregard because I wasn't able to get on this at first. So please disregard that. And I really appreciate you taking the time to explain these things to me.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you for coming, Kelly.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right, any other hands up?
Was the only one, Madam Chair.
Okay, is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Standard conditions.
Okay, all right, I heard a second. Roll call, James,
Yes.
Marty,
Yes.
Yolando,
Yes.
Tony, yes. All right. Now, do you want to go through the first waiver, Scott?
Yes, Madam Chair, again, similar to Azu's job, it's waivers of all the construction standards within your rules and regulations, as Galen Street is an existing roadway.
All right. Do we want to vote on these individually or go do them
Yeah, you'll want to do them individually, Madam
individually?
Chair.
Individual, okay. All right, is there a motion?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What are we motioning for?
It's a motion to approve the first waiver, which is this is already it's an existing street. So they
Okay.
don't-
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay. Roll call, James,
Yes.
Marty,
Yes.
Yolando,
Yes.
Tony, yes. So the second waiver is there's already above ground utilities, so they're gonna continue on with those and not do underground.
All
Motion
right,
to
I'd make
approve.
that motion.
Okay.
Second.
All right. Roll call, James,
Yes.
Marty.
Yes. Yes.
All right, Yolando,
Yes.
Tony, yes. All right, and then the next one is they're not gonna do any sidewalks or curbs as it falls in line with the existing area. Is that
Motion to approve.
Second.
all right? Roll call, James,
Yes.
Marty,
Yes.
Yolando,
Yes.
Tony, yes. And then the frontage waiver falls in line with the rest of the neighborhood.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, James,
Yes.
Marty,
Yes.
Yolando,
Yes.
Tony, yes. All right, now surety. What are you going to provide for surety, Scott, or the applicant?
I believe that there's usually a bond that is placed, Madam Chair. Usually we kind of work that out with the planning department once the plans are signed.
Yes. So if I just jump in here, Madam Chair, real quick, I just want to explain the reason why we have to talk about this. A few of the approvals that have been going through for these have been getting caught up at the registry when they go to record,
Yes.
because their plans talk about surety or a bond or something, where not all of these really require it. Usually surety is for like the big subdivisions where they have to build a road, build utilities and everything, and it's kind of their what the city is holding to make sure that gets done. For these ones that are on roads that are already established, they don't really have to do anything besides build them. Surety is not really required all the time. But instead of, it just the registry taking our word for it, I wanted to present that to the board to see if they, if you guys are okay with waiving surety, you can do that, or just kind of have some kind of something that they can bring to the registry when they go to record it if surety was not needed.
That's a good point.
So it's basically if the board feels that surety is necessary for this case, and if not, will they vote to waive it?
Well, I feel like it's always been important to have. Are the board members?
Yeah. I mean, where do we draw the line at surety? I mean, you're going to start construction. You're going to start tearing into the utilities. on this, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So why don't we have surety on every project, every subdivision? It doesn't really make sense to not have that. And to draw the line, where do we draw the line? So
So what do we normally, isn't it a percentage?
So usually they hold lots. But there's not really, for these small ones, you're not really going to hold a lot because you can't do anything because there's nothing to really trade it for. So I would imagine if you were going to do that, the best thing to do would just be a cash bond or something. Just hold some money that the applicants get back.
If I
Yeah, I
may,
think-
Madam Chair,
Yes, please.
to Evan's point, there may be some stipulation where, prior to endorsement, the applicant submit a proposed surety that is approved by the department prior to planning board endorsing, and we can always send that over to you for your information.
Okay.
so we're letting the department take care of surety.
And
So-
we would send you the information.
So
Yeah,
does
so
this needed surety or not?
Yes,
they,
it does.
yeah.
I think that, folks, if I may, the reason for the surety is we would be working within the public way. We would be working within Galen Street to bring the utilities in, to do the curb cuts, to do that. So it's a, as Evan said, typically we get surety, so you allow us to build on lot 1 in our 10-lot subdivision without running the risk that we build a house and then we skip town and never finish the road. So you have surety or lots to guarantee the road gets finished. In this case, you're basically getting surety that we're not going to ruin the road. I believe the DPW does have surety when we get utility permits from them. You have to be licensed, bonded, all of that to be able to cut into the road. So it's I don't know that it's double dipping, but usually it's covered by the utility by the contractors through the DPW getting their utility permits. But certainly it's not going to be a huge number for a bond. So I think, as you said, coming up with a kind of a standard number, you could even come up with a per lot number on all of these to kind of make it your your procedure, your policy to require an X dollar amount per lot for these definitive subdivisions on existing public ways.
Right. Thank you, Scott.
If I can, Madam Chair, Evan, what issues with recording were people having?
I can answer that because I've had a couple of them, Mr. Sweeney. We have this note on the plan, which is kind of a standard subdivision note, that the approval is subject to a performance covenant, a bond. And typically, again, on the big subdivision on Braymore that we just did, we would say subject to a bond dated, July 7th, 2026, running with the land to be recorded. In this case, the folks at the registry look at that and say, wait a minute, it's blank. There's supposed to be something there. So that's what the problem is. The folks at the registry know what they're looking at, know what they normally see. They see it's a definitive subdivision. It should have planning board approval. And in addition to that, it should have a covenant or a bond. So what we've been doing is putting not applicable on the plans, just to cover it that way. And then, to be honest with you, the folks at the registry are taking my word for it that we don't need a bond or a covenant to be in compliance with your approval. So I think this would just kind of get rid of that little gray area and that confusion.
Yeah, but Scott, we either need it or we don't.
We need it, and in the past we've had to vote to release it as well, and
Right.
to get back into that practice.
Yep.
So, Madam Chair, how much though?
It was always a percentage that the department decided on. So for this applicant here, Elijah, can you guide us on what you need for
Yes, so my proposal is that, you approve this with the stipulation that prior to endorsing the plan, the applicant submit a bond that is for review and approval by the department, and we can, at which point, send it to the board as well so that you're aware of what's being proposed.
Okay.
All right, so can we put all that in the motion?
Yeah, we can, and then, outside of this, we'll just need a standard amount, moving forwards. So we can let the applicant know during this process here.
That's fine.
So
So
just-
you don't, can I just jump in real quick? You don't have to make a motion for this. You just kind of want to get what the surety will be. The applicants can pick it and then we'll work with them. They won't get their endorsed plans and everything until we have the surety.
Right.
Okay.
So if we do adopt this, we won't see surety again? Is that what we're doing?
No, we want a surety, and they won't get their plans endorsed, without providing the bond, so.
But I think the way that he worded it is it'll be, subject to, what the department sees fit, and then they'll just let the board know. They'll just
No.
notify the board.
No, I didn't hear it that way. Maybe I misunderstood, but
Yeah, so
I agree to
that
that.
was, so what I was saying was that for this specific case, the applicant submit the surety and the department approves it based on sending it to the board for review. Going forward, we would go forward and submit a new policy that makes sure that we're accounting for either retention of a lot or percentage based on the development of the public way.
Okay, yeah, I think that was a little different from the first to the second, but now I understand what we're trying to achieve here.
All right, so what now?
How much of, for this case here, Scott?
Boy, I honestly don't know what they would be asking for, Madam Chair. I mean, it's a water connection, a sewer connection, and cutting into the road for a driveway.
So this is gonna have to come up, during the site plan reviews and then be ready and available for us.
It would come up during the application for a building permit is when it would come up.
Okay.
So, Madam Chair, we safe to approve this then?
Oh, we are, because they won't get their plan endorsed without the surety. We just don't know what it is right now.
All right, I'm gonna make the motion to approve with standard conditions.
It's already been approved, Marty.
It has?
Yeah, you guys already voted that. You're just
We already
discussing
did it.
surety
Jeepers
right now.
creepers.
Yeah, we did all of that, and we
We
did
did
the
all
waivers.
that.
We were just talking about
All right, I got you.
the bonds. All right. So, we'll let the department figure that out this time and then have it prepared for us on the go forward. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Okay.
Yes.
That's fair. Thank you, folks.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Scott.
We know
All
where
right.
to
Good night,
find you.
guys. Good
We
to
know
see
where
you
to
all.
find you, Scott, so you can't get far anyway.
That's right. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay, next up, return to ZBA, 703 North Main Street. James Guerrier is the applicant. Ripple Construction LLC is representing.
He is on his way over.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. Hi, my name is James Guerrier. I'm representing the applicant here. We are looking to looking to return back to ZBA. This project was previously denied at ZBA back in February of 2025 due to a multitude of reasons. Some of the reasons were questionable site plan layouts. It was also previously 3 residents on the upper 2 floors in a C2 zone with a retail/office on the first floor. Secondly, another reason why was due to no dumpster and an unknown use of other structures on the site, which some of the abutters and people in the neighborhood felt was going to be basically a menace to them. And so we've done some substantial changes here, and have removed the retail portion of the project. The project is actually the existing building is actually quite dilapidated.
Sorry, can you pull up your plan?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
No problem at all. Hold on one second.
Um, so I'm seeing this as,
This is the site plan currently. So the current building is really quite dilapidated. Um, and so what we decided to do here is that we remove the office feature here. We've decided to go ahead and make this a 6-unit building as well, and we completely redesigned the site plan. The existing secondary accessory building that's on the site will also be demolished and removed from the site indefinitely. And also, we'll be adding in a 16 by 16 dumpster, and there is currently 14 parking spaces, so 2 parking spaces for each unit, and with 1 optional handicap parking at the end as well.
okay, so I'm just reading some notes, and I see that it was a retail office on the first floor, residential upstairs. Where go, or maybe James, you can tell us what was the issue with public nuisance or public safety?
So the public nuisance and public safety was due to the fact that, number one, that existing building was really close to the existing neighbor's site, and the neighbor there that spoke at the zoning hearing after coming on after the fact, the he said that he actually wanted to see something done with the building, but it just seemed to be that that accessory structure was going to be the main nuisance there and would create just too much congestion on the lot. So we decided to just remove that indefinitely and also replace that with additional parking spaces for the residents.
Is that the brick building with the brown roof?
Yes, that's the brick building and the round roof. That will be removed
And that'll all become parking for this?
for this site. Yes.
Yeah.
For the
okay.
existing building.
I can't believe a plan was held up for a dumpster designation instead of just designating one. Where's your dumpster going now?
The dumpster is right here, in that corner, closer to the existing curb cut. So we have 1 parking space there and then a dumpster, and then directly across there, we left 1 parking space open. So if dumpster truck comes in, they can do a 3-point turn and turn around.
Okay, good. And so if this has to go to ZBA. All right. Any questions from other board members?
Yeah, Madam Chair, I do. Are we, so on Main Street, I know since this is residential, do we have a green space plan?
Yes. So the green space plan is here currently. If you look to the right of the building, or if you're facing it from North Main Street, it'd be the left of the building. Currently there, when you're looking at it, it's all paving, but we plan to rip some of that up and create all landscaping along that left side there.
Okay, so what you're saying is from, say, the stairs, wrapping around north to
on that Broad Street section.
On Broad Street, so that whole section is going to become green space?
That whole section will become green space.
Okay, and is there anything towards the parking lot side, any islands or anything?
Not currently, but we do have some on the back side of the property. We're looking to make that some additional landscaping there on that backside.
Okay. So for the front, where the front door is to the stairs, is there, it looks like there's some room in front of the, is that a handicap parking spot you've got there?
Yes, so the handicap parking spot is the back of the building, coming off the existing curb cut of Broad Street.
Well,
So
it
that
looks
would
like
be,
you have two. You have one on North Main Street
yes,
also.
we do. We do have one on North Main Street as well. Yes.
So that space right there looks like you do have extra. Would that become green space as well? That little
Yes.
L?
Yes, that little L is some green space there as well. Yes.
Okay. All right. No, that's all I've got right now. Thank you.
No, good questions, James.
Mm.
Anyone else?
Yeah, Madam Chair. I also love the idea of adding more landscaping and green space to this lot. There's a lot of asphalt here, and it'd be great if we could increase the green spaces. And I think a buffer, any buffer that would be added to the front of all those parking, if there could be green space. I see that you do have that L, but if if there could be
We
any
do.
green space offer, that'd be great.
We do also have where it shows paving there, where when you look at the third parking space closest to the building, and then there's a section that shows paving, and then the other three parking spaces, that space could become a landscape island. So we're very amendable to that, and we wanted to get some feedback from the planning board prior to going back to zoning as how to improve this site plan and push this forward.
And the fencing, is that something that you all are updating, or is that something, because that area is fenced currently?
Yes, we will be updating the fencing.
Okay, great.
So speak more to that little green area you want to add by the third parking spot.
So we're just thinking because just brought up an idea to do a landscape island. I believe that that's an opportunity that could be a landscape island and also still double as additional snow storage. That's what we were sort of thinking about, but it could double as both. Instead of being paving, it could become a landscape island there to break up the parking space and add more parking and add more green space to that front facade, that front section.
Yeah, I like it. I'm sure James does.
So, if you don't mind, Madam Chair, just get one more point here. Yolando, did you still have a?
No, you can go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, on the corner landscape there is where you obviously have the most opportunity to kind of showcase the property. So, I think a nice touch, if you guys could do it, would be a big rock on the corner behind the fence with maybe the address on it.
Yeah,
And
that's a great idea.
if you could, for the grass, if you had at least 75% of that area grass, and then a mix of grasses that grow to above the knee high, and you could do it any way you want, but it kind of gives it a little bit of texture in the landscape with the rock, but mostly grass. But then you also have tall grasses. Do you know what I mean by tall grass?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I just think that would be a nice showcase feature and look great on Main Street.
Okay.
But would you be all right with that stipulation?
Yes, for certain.
Okay.
All right, very good. Open to public.
If any members of the public would like to comment on this project, please use the raise your hand icon and you will be allowed to speak. No hands, Madam Chair.
All right, is there a motion?
So I'll motion to approve with the stipulation that the landscaping on the North Main Street, Broadway Street, Broad Street. That landscaping include a large rock with the address. There be grass planted in that entire space, at least 75% of that green space be green grass. The other 25% be mulch and tall grasses, and any combination of shrubs or plantings that the builder sees fit, and with standard conditions. So,
I'll second that.
All right, James,
yes.
Marty,
Yes.
Yolando,
Yes.
Tony, yes. All right, thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
All right, bye-bye. Okay, next up, digital signature discussion. Did everyone have a chance to read the memo or the memo from Elijah?
I did, Madam Chair.
Okay.
So is that for the Mylars?
Good evening, board. So this is for pretty much any of the site plan applications or anything that needs the chair's signature, or also the board. I have I have a 6-month-old on my lap right now, so my apologies
Aw.
if you hear anything. But yes, it's for the it's for that for anything that needs board signatures, and specifically having the ability to use the digital signature as opposed to the wet signature. This is for recorded land as opposed. Sorry, this is recorded land versus registered land.
Well, I'm all for it. I'm glad to see we're finally getting there. We had gotten there with our attendance logs at one point. We used to have to come in and manually sign them, and it was just like living in the Flintstone days. So glad to see us progressing forward.
Yeah,
Any
most in favor.
comments from the board?
Yeah, no, I think that's the signatures are great.
And so I would suggest that for a recommendation for the motion is that you recognize to accept the provisions of Mass General Law, Chapter 110G, and declare that documents executed with electronic or wet signatures carry equal legal weight.
Yes. So make a
I make
motion.
that motion.
Okay.
I'll second.
All right. Roll call. Yolando,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Marty,
Yes.
Tony, yes. Thank you for moving that forward, Elijah.
Of course, no problem. And yeah, happy to do that. And as I get more settled into this role, I'm hoping to work with Evan on ways that we can move things forward. And part of that kind of leads into my next conversation. I
Nice
do.
segue.
Yeah, yes. So this is a mandate that's being proposed by the mayor. And so I'm bringing this to the board for your attention. He does desire that all board and committees meetings move to in-person format. Evan did share earlier the remote law that does allow for boards to meet remotely, I believe up until 2027, if and when the governor were to choose to extend their executive order. However, cities and towns are able to choose whether to move in person or remote. And so what I have been doing is working with IT and BCA to make sure that we have the capabilities for in person. I would prefer hybrid to allow for the best, accessibility for the public. And so we are looking to establish that by August. I still have to meet and coordinate with ITA and BCA to ensure that the GAR room is available for that. We have it booked for this specific time. I understand that there may be preferences for one or the other, but this is something that I'm proposing from the mayor. And so he would be sending a a policy brief, and I will follow up with him on that prior to us making a move to in person.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna open this up because we weren't asked. I happened to talk to each of the board members individually just to get their take on it. And majority feels virtual's beneficial. Couple see it both ways. Um, but we weren't asked like the pros and cons, the benefits, and there's in my mind and my eyes and my experience of doing this the longest, there's huge benefits for virtual. Um, and one, just speaking on behalf of the chair, I'm able to keep the meetings more focused and strictly on business versus the small talk. I mean, I'm one to make little jokes here and there to keep the meetings light, but back in the day when we had the meetings in person, I didn't know of any other way. Was terrible at technology until the pandemic, and the pandemic forced us all to sharpen our skills and grow, including the elderly in the community, including Scott Faria, myself. But these meetings in person, um, when we had a more robust agenda, and I'm hoping to see more robust agendas coming our way with businesses coming to the city versus just this ADUs, we wouldn't get out of that room until 10 o'clock at night. The meetings took forever. A lot of times we had only 3 board members, so we had to cancel the meeting or postpone, or we would have people showing up late because they're stuck in traffic. You know, they tried to get there on time. There are more issues with having in person than the platform that we're doing now. And we're already recognized as a city who makes it difficult to do business. And we have other cities comparable to us doing it remote, which makes it easier for the board members. I know, speaking for myself, I work 3 jobs. I haven't had dinner yet, but I'll be able to shortly. The applicants, the engineers, the attorneys, the residents, they're able to join. So I'm really not in favor of going back in person, and I'm really not happy that there hasn't been a discussion with us on the pros and cons so that we could weigh it in, and so that these other board members can even understand what it means to be back in person. That's kind of sad, and I did reach out for a meeting. I haven't been responded to yet, but I will circle back. But I think it's up to the board whether we go back in person or not. And if they're allowing us to have virtual meetings till 2027, then we need to consider that. I mean, not only is it saving the department money for office supplies and staff hours, tardiness, it's more efficient, timely. I mean, we're already going through budget issues. We're short on money, and in-person costs more money. So why that's not the first thing thought of? If this is an efficient way of doing it and it's working, I mean, yes, we have some tech issues here and there, but they're rare and we work through it. I had a tech issue today. We worked through it. We had a successful meeting. So we're not going to let tech issues be a barrier to virtual. Any other thoughts from board members?
Yeah, Madam Chair, I guess just to chime in here, I would say, is this something that's up for discussion, Elijah? Like, are we, as a board, gonna have are we having a discussion and then voting on a decision, or is it really a mandate from the mayor, and we're gonna move forward with that?
Yes. So, one, I do hear your concerns and your preference, Madam Chair. Yolando, to your point, this is a mandate from the mayor's office. However, they have to, they're working with the law department to, ensure that it's, it meets all the necessary kind of legalities. And so they had mentioned that they would issue a policy brief to that effect. So until such time, I'm working to prepare um, the process to move in person, and once received, based on kind of their understanding, it's a mandate.
Would we be able to like share some type of comment letter on this policy brief? I feel like Tony's bringing up really important points here. I think that should be definitely considered on whatever policy we move forward with. And yeah, I feel like it would be a disservice to the board if we, are just mandated to do something without having like proper proper like insights on what the new policy is, like a proper guidance ourselves.
Well, currently, I mean, I don't know that they can mandate it and I want to hear more from the law department if they're going to implement a policy. I think the board has to vote on that policy because currently our policy is that we meet where it's specified on the meeting notice for the community, and also it's determined that it's for the public's good and convenience. And virtual is for the public's good and convenience, and that's our current policy and procedure. So I don't think that they can just change that without a vote.
Madam Chair, if I could just ask Elijah a question?
Sure.
Elijah, what I'd like to see is exactly who is in charge of making this decision. Does the mayor have authority to say we must meet in person?
Yes, so I've heard both that boards and committees take up a vote to go in person or remote. But based on the fact that this is an appointed board as opposed to an elected board, that
Elijah,
sorry about that. Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah. So based on the fact that it's an appointed board versus an elected board, that may be one of the areas in which we get kind of guidance on that. So
I think we need clarification. We do serve at the favor of the mayor. He has appointed all of us, so not probably not, but we were appointed by a mayor. I just want to know before we get all crazy, who's got the authority to say in or out?
That's what we're going to find out, Marty. And although we are appointed by the mayor, a mayor in any town or city does not have the unilateral power to dictate the board's day-to-day procedures once we're seated.
I don't know, Tony. I don't know. I'm not sure of that. But why don't we just find out? So
No,
we
no,
can,
we will. I'm just speaking to what I know, and we will find out. But I just wanted to bring up some pros and cons, especially since I believe I'm the only board member. I don't know, James, did you attend in-person meetings? I don't
I mean,
remember.
I know that we've had one since I've been on. I think 127 Center was on. I mean, there's been in person. I would just say if it does come in that special meetings be allowed virtual. So if there's two meetings a month and we have one, say, just for example, a fairgrounds or a big sports complex or something like that, that's an individual item that we have some flexibility on that. Also, longer agendas. If as Tony was saying, if there's a long agenda and you don't want to be there till 1 a.m., I don't think anyone wants to, that we would have the ability to break that up. That might, kind of be a nice um, give and take. So if there was,
compromise.
yeah, a good compromise, I think, in those situations, like we have special traffic meetings, we do remote, but traffic meets in person. So I think if we can have some of those flexibilities like we have on some of the other boards, I think it takes away. I mean, I think it's a little more comforting, if we have to go back in. So.
Yeah, and Tony, I told you how I felt about it. I see the pros and cons of both. There's definitely reasons to do it virtual, but there's also reasons to be in person. In the city of Brockton, we've been in person for I don't know how many years. Virtual just began because of COVID. So I don't know. I like to hear what the law department has to say because I know all the other boards are back in person except for us. And conservation, I
Well,
think it's not.
Oh, you're speaking outside of the city and that's, but,
What do you mean outside the city?
I mean, you're speaking within the city, but outside the city, all the other cities are not all back in person. They're staying remote because the world is evolving and we need to evolve with it. And that's part of, I feel like what our goal is with planning is to move the city forward and continue to move forward and not go backwards, and just going back in person would be backwards. I mean, anyhow, we'll wait to find out who actually I don't believe, I believe it's, we vote on it is what I'm thinking, but we'll find out. I'm not a lawyer, but I have one, so from the city, lives across the street. And then we'll also rely on our city attorney to advise us as well, because that's what they're there for.
Yes. Yeah, so we, as I said, I'm just preparing, in the event, we move, in person, that is the goal, of the mayor, for August, and I'll make sure that I follow up, with the mayor's office and law, and happy to have this discussion, now so that I get a better understanding, from,
I'll also send you an email with the pros and cons, and other board members feel free to do so as well. Because I feel like this conversation here should have happened before any decisions or mandates are just thrown out. And I just want to be clear, I mentioned I have an attorney, not meaning I'm hiring an attorney. I just have an attorney who can educate me and validate anything I'm thinking, just to be clear on that. But yeah, if you feel like sending an email with your thoughts, please send it out. Yeah, solely to Elijah. Don't send it to the group. Just send it to Elijah.
Just one clarifying question here. So is it that we're thinking of August will be an in-person meeting? Is that what we're trending towards?
I don't think so.
I mean,
that's
that's the trend of the mayor. So
if I can just jump in
potentially-
here, I just think logistically, even if that is the decision to go back in person, I think it would make more sense to have a virtual meeting and then say at that meeting, the next one will be in person, just so we can prepare for it, as opposed to being left in limbo as to where it's, because we need to know which way to prepare. So I know for me, I'm not going to change how I do things until we get, as you said, official guidance and decisions from somewhere. But we will need time to, wind things up, doing a change.
I can remember the pounds of paper we would throw into the recycling bin, and some couldn't go in there after those meetings because everything was printed out. The work that was put on the department to print out these packages versus what we have now, everything's electronic.
Tony, on that note, the ZBA has tablets that has all the paperwork so we don't get packets anymore. We have a tablet.
Well, that's nice. Because I did used to bring my computer to the meeting so that I could pull up virtual views of the streets like I'm doing now. I have dual monitors and I'm able to watch you and look at my monitor and see streets and see the how traffic would flow, the curb cuts, etc. But I wouldn't, off of one tablet, I wouldn't be able to do what I can do here with these multiple displays. But thank you.
Yeah, no, to be fair, I just want to let you know what they have.
And do they take them home, or what do they
No,
do?
the building department loads them up with the cases prior to the meeting, and then, you just tap on the case and it has all the information.
That's good. Evan, do the applicants now still have to send in 5 copies of the plan and 5 copies of?
For us, we're completely paperless. We don't
Good.
take anything in except for the physical Mylars that you guys have to sign. That's it.
Yeah.
Everything else is digital.
if we do end up going back, that the tablets would be something that I would like to request because it would help.
So that's just another point. That's just more logistics that we would have to figure out because that could be a solution. We don't have any at the moment, so we would just have
Well,
to.
I think we could probably share them from the building department. There's no reason to purchase new ones. I think that's only for a couple of boards. I'm not sure if the city council even uses those. So
I didn't,
Good points,
I did,
and we
I did
can
see them
consider
with
that.
computers at the budget meeting. I don't know if they were their own or if they were the cities, but.
Yeah, I think the last piece that I want to share is like I feel like hybrid is the best option, but I feel like that requires so much capacity and resources. And I think like if the GRE room from last I checked, I don't think has the capabilities for that. So are we thinking like we're making that room going to have that capability, or are we going to just remove virtual options in general and like so people can't live stream or access the meeting if they're not in person?
So I did meet with IT last week in the GR room. They identified that there is the ability for the camera. They have like a kind of a smart screen to do some of the hybrid, but I think when it comes to like mics and being able to stream live, I think those are some of the areas that we need to confirm before being in-person ready or hybrid ready.
Yeah, I mean, you and Evan gonna have your work cut out for you, because I think this will require more capacity. And right now, you all are. I think one thing to take into consideration is that you all are low on capacity right now, and it's not ideal on the staff side of things too.
Nor on the community
Noted.
side. I mean, this virtual is able to reach further into the community, and we do have someone with their hand up, who's a resident, Veronica, who wants to speak. Technically, it's not open for public, Veronica, but because we have this fabulous platform, I'd be interested to hear what you have to say, if you'd like to. Does anyone mind if we have Veronica speak? Do you want to bring her in, Evan?
Veronica, you're good to go whenever you're ready.
Thank you. I really appreciate you guys. You know I do. I've said it before. Although a hybrid might be the most negotiated venue that you can get with the mayor, I think the current platform is the ideal. And I'll tell you one personal reason why. Because personally, I would be too intimidated to be open and honest and be able to speak my mind at most of the meetings that you and I have had with some of the people that I've had to speak with. So I think the virtual gives the resident the opportunity to speak in their own home, from their own home, in their own comfort, and feel no sense of harassment or threat being in person. Nor would I have to be in a crowd where I would be worried about getting back to my car if I said something that upset people. So I totally think that the current method of meeting is the safest for everyone. That's my opinion.
Thank you, Veronica. Thank you for sharing that.
And thank you for taking my comment.
Of course, that's the benefit of this platform. Thank you. All right, there's nothing else. We'll do a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
adjourn.
Hey, roll call.
Second.
Marty,
Yes.
Londo,
Yes.
James,
Yes.
Tony. Yes. All right. Good night, all.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Yes.